Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bharat Mata e-learning. Hope all of you are enjoying the e-learning classes. Shall we sing the alphabet song, children? Come on, sing with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So children, do you remember what we learned in the last class? Yes, we learned the letter C. And the sound of the letter C is K. C is K, K, K. Okay? And today we are going to learn the next letter D. Okay? D sounds D, D, D. Tell me children, what is the sound of the letter D? D, D, D. Okay, now let us learn some words with the letter D. D for door. D, D, door. D for dog. D, D, dog. D for donkey. D, D, donkey. So, the sound for the letter D is D. Look here, children. This is capital letter D and this is small letter D. Okay, how do we write capital letter D, children? Standing line and a curve makes capital letter D. Now, how do we write a small letter D? Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Come on, children, take your term 1 book and take page number 25. You can see the capital D and the small d. Come on, let us read the text. Keep your index finger on the picture, children. D for dolphin. And the sound of the letter D is D. Okay? D, dolphin. D, donkey. D, duck. D, doll. D, deer. D, dog. Okay, children? Come on, let's read once more. Always keep your finger on the objects and read so that you can recognize it. Okay? D for dolphin. D for donkey. D for duck. D for doll. D for deer. And D for dog. Yes, take the next page, children. Page number 26. Here is a rhyme for you. I think all of you must be knowing this rhyme. It's a very famous rhyme. You can see 2 children and a cat and a well. Can you guess? Yes. Ding dong bell. Shall we sing the rhyme, children? Okay. Ding dong bell, pussy's in the well. Who put her in? Little Tommy Thin. Who pulled her out? Little Johnny Stout. What a good boy was that to help poor pussy cat. Okay, children, you have to by heart this rhyme. Shall we sing once again? Okay. Ding dong bell, pussy's in the well. Who put her in? Little Tommy Thin. Who pulled her out? Little Johnny Stout. What a good boy was that to help poor pussy cat. Okay. Now, what is the next activity, children? Yes, color the petals of the daffodils. Yeah, what color should you give? You should color the petals of the daffodils yellow color and the center you should color with red color. Okay, children? Now you have to color using a crayon only. Okay? Color it neatly. Now, what is this, children? This is capital letter D. Come on, let's practice how to write capital letter D. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Let's write, children. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Once more, standing line and a curve is capital letter D. What is this, children? Yes, this is small letter D. How do we write small letter D? A curve from the second line and a standing line is small letter D. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Once more, children. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Yes, children, now take your slate and pencil. Let us practice in the slate. Okay? Standing line and a big curve is capital letter D. Right. Okay? Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. You have to practice writing D in the slate. Okay, children? Now come on, let's write small d. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Curve and a standing line is small letter D. Okay, children, get ready with your term book and take page number 27. Okay, now what is this, children? You can see capital D, a small d, isn't it? Now let's finger trace the capital D first. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D, and a curve and a standing line is small letter D. Who's there looking at us, children? Yes, D for dog, isn't it? Do you have a dog at home, children? If you have a dog as your pet, please take a photograph of the dog and send it to me in the Google Classroom. Will you do that? Okay, good. Shall we write, children? Okay, take your pencil and start from the green dot. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Standing line and a curve is capital letter D. Standing line and a curve from the first line to the third line is capital letter D. Okay, children, keep telling and writing. Say and write capital letter D. You have to write in the other two rows also like this. Okay. Now, let's write the small letter D. We have to start from the green dot. Green dot, where can you see the green dot? In the second line. Okay, write a curve first and then a standing line, that is small letter D. A curve from the second line to the third line and a standing line makes small letter D. Say and write, children. Small letter D. Small letter D. Small letter D. Similarly, you write in the other two rows also. Very good. Okay, children. Now, let's do an activity, children, in page number 28. What can you see on the screen? Yes, you can see a blue whale jumping up the water, isn't it? So what should we do here, children? We can see small letter A, small letter D, and small letter B. Don't get confused by D and B, okay? B, we always write a standing line first and then a curve. Whereas, how do we write D? We always write a curve, a C, and then a standing line, isn't it? You can see some C also over here. So we can see A, B, C, D. So what should we do now, children? We have to circle all the small D's. Come on, find out the small D's and circle them. Yes, small d, small d, small d, small d. Keep looking, children. You can find some more D's. Yes, small d, small d. There is one more left. Small d, very good. Okay, now let us look at the bottom of the page. That is a snack corner. D is for dates. Have you tasted dates, children? Yes, dates are very healthy and you all must eat at least one date per day. Okay, now next is D for donuts. Do you like donuts, children? Have you tasted donuts? It's a sweet snack. Okay, next time when your mama goes to the bakery, ask her to get a donut for you. Okay, children. Now next is D is for dessert. What does it mean, children? It's a sweet dish which you eat after your meal. Okay, it can be an ice cream or a fruit salad or anything sweet. Okay, that's all for today, children. Be good and keep smiling. Bye for now.